The International Space Station has been orbiting Earth for over 25 years, traveling at a staggering speed of 28,000 kilometers per hour, while hosting astronauts from around the world. It's the largest human-made structure in space and a symbol of unprecedented international cooperation. But, did you know the ISS was originally designed to last just 15 years? What happens when this iconic space lab reaches the end of its journey? Are you ready to uncover the story behind the end of the ISS? What is the International Space Station? The International Space Station, or ISS, isn't just a giant metal structure orbiting Earth. It's one of humanity's most ambitious collaborations ever. Launched in 1998, this incredible space laboratory has been home to astronauts from around the world, all working together to push the boundaries of science and technology beyond our planet. For over 2 decades, the ISS has circled Earth every 90 minutes, providing a unique platform for experiments that can't be done anywhere else. It's been a place where researchers study everything from human health in zero gravity to the effects of cosmic radiation, and even test new materials and technologies that could one day help us explore deeper into space. More than just science, the ISS represents a symbol of international teamwork, with space agencies from the US, Russia, Europe, Japan, and Canada all contributing to its construction and operation. Despite being originally designed for a 15-year mission, the ISS has far exceeded expectations, serving as a vital stepping stone for humanity's future in space. But as impressive as it is, the station's hardware is aging, and the era of the ISS is approaching its final chapter. Understanding what the ISS is and why it matters sets the stage for why its eventual retirement will be such a significant moment, not just for space exploration, but for global cooperation and scientific progress as a whole. The ISS's lifespan and aging infrastructure. The International Space Station was never meant to last forever. When it was first designed in the 1990s, engineers planned for a lifespan of about 15 years, enough time to prove that living and working in space was possible on a large scale. But here we are more than 25 years later, and the ISS is still orbiting Earth, a testament to human ingenuity and international cooperation. The truth is, the station's hardware is showing its age. Constant exposure to the harsh environment of space, extreme temperatures, radiation, and micrometeoroid impacts, takes a toll on its structure and systems. Over time, critical components like solar panels, life support systems, and communication equipment degrade, making maintenance more challenging and costly. NASA and its partners have had to send up countless repair missions, replacing parts and upgrading systems to keep the ISS operational. However, there's only so much that can be done when the station's core modules were never designed for indefinite use. As the ISS continues to age, the risk of system failures increases, raising safety concerns for the astronauts living aboard. This aging infrastructure is a major reason why space agencies are now planning to retire the ISS within the next decade. The station has served far beyond its expected lifespan, but the realities of wear and tear, combined with evolving space exploration goals, mean it's time to look toward the future and new platforms that can carry humanity's presence in space even further. Why is the ISS coming to an end? Deciding to end the International Space Station's mission isn't just about old hardware. It's a complex mix of technical challenges, financial realities, and shifting priorities in space exploration. Maintaining the ISS is incredibly expensive, with billions of dollars spent annually to keep it running safely and effectively. As the station ages, these costs only rise, especially since repairs become more frequent and complicated. At the same time, space agencies like NASA are turning their attention to new frontiers, such as the Moon and Mars, which demand fresh investments and innovative technologies. Politically, the ISS has been a beacon of international cooperation, but geopolitical tensions and changing partnerships also influence the decision to retire it. Moreover, the station's design limits how much it can be upgraded to meet the needs of future missions. Private companies are stepping into the spotlight, offering new opportunities for commercial space stations that could take over some of the ISS's roles more cost-effectively. All these factors combined mean that while the ISS has been an extraordinary achievement, it's no longer sustainable or aligned with the next era of space exploration. The decision to retire the ISS is a strategic move to redirect resources and focus on building the future of human presence in space, ensuring that progress continues beyond low Earth orbit. The planned timeline for deorbiting. The final chapter of the International Space Station is already being written, with a carefully planned timeline guiding its eventual retirement. Current projections suggest that the ISS will continue orbiting Earth until around 2031, although some discussions consider extending its life slightly beyond that. This timeline isn't arbitrary. It's the result of extensive analysis of the station's condition, safety concerns, and evolving mission goals. As the end approaches, space agencies will gradually reduce the station's operations, shifting focus to preparing for its controlled deorbit. This process involves meticulous planning to ensure the station re-enters Earth's atmosphere safely, minimizing risks to people and property on the ground. The timeline also allows for the transition of research and activities to new platforms, including upcoming commercial space stations and lunar habitats. While the ISS has been a constant presence in low Earth orbit for over 2 decades, this planned timeline marks a significant turning point in human spaceflight. It's a reminder that even the most impressive engineering feats have lifespans, and that the future of space exploration depends on innovation, renewal, and new beginnings beyond the familiar orbit of the ISS. What happens during deorbiting? When the International Space Station begins its final descent, it won't be a chaotic crash, but a carefully controlled farewell to orbit. Deorbiting the ISS is a complex and precise operation designed to ensure safety for everyone on Earth. The plan involves gradually slowing the station's speed using specially equipped spacecraft, allowing it to descend through the atmosphere over several hours. As it re-enters, most of the massive structure will burn up due to intense heat from friction with the atmosphere, creating a spectacular fiery display visible from the ground. However, some larger pieces won't completely disintegrate and will fall into a remote area of the ocean, often referred to as the spacecraft cemetery in the South Pacific, far from populated regions. This controlled process is essential because the ISS weighs nearly 420 tons, and an uncontrolled re-entry could pose serious risks. The deorbiting will mark the end of an era but also demonstrate the incredible precision and responsibility involved in managing human-made objects in space. This final act will be watched closely by scientists and space enthusiasts worldwide, a poignant reminder of the station's legacy and the careful stewardship required as humanity transitions to new chapters in space exploration. The role of private companies and new space stations. The future of low Earth orbit is shifting from government-led missions to a new era dominated by private companies and commercial space stations. As the International Space Station approaches retirement, several private ventures are racing to fill the gap, promising to revolutionize how we live and work in space. Companies like Axiom Space and Blue Origin are developing their own space habitats, designed not only for research but also for tourism, manufacturing, and even entertainment. These commercial stations aim to be more flexible and cost-effective than the ISS, opening space access to a broader range of users beyond just astronauts and scientists. This shift reflects a broader trend in the space industry, where innovation is driven by private investment and entrepreneurship, accelerating progress faster than ever before. Governments are partnering with these companies, providing support while focusing their resources on ambitious deep space missions, such as returning humans to the Moon and eventually reaching Mars. The rise of private space stations also promises to create a vibrant space economy, with new jobs, industries, and opportunities that were once unimaginable. In this way, the end of the ISS isn't just a farewell, it's the dawn of a commercial space frontier, where humanity's presence in orbit becomes more dynamic, diverse, and sustainable than ever before. Scientific legacy of the ISS. The International Space Station has been a powerhouse of scientific discovery, transforming our understanding of life both on Earth and beyond. Over its more than 2 decades in orbit, the ISS has hosted thousands of experiments that simply couldn't be done anywhere else. From studying how the human body adapts to microgravity, to testing new medical treatments, the station has provided invaluable insights that improve healthcare on Earth. It has also been a testbed for cutting-edge technologies like advanced water recycling systems and materials designed to withstand harsh space environments, innovations that could one day support long-duration missions to the Moon or Mars. The microgravity environment allows scientists to observe phenomena in ways impossible on Earth, revealing new details about fluid dynamics, combustion, and even fundamental physics. Beyond pure science, the ISS has helped prepare astronauts for future deep space exploration by studying the psychological and physical effects of living in space for extended periods. This legacy of research and innovation has laid the groundwork for humanity's next giant leaps into the cosmos. As the ISS nears the end of its mission, its scientific contributions remain a testament to what international collaboration and curiosity can achieve when we reach for the stars together. International cooperation and political impact. The International Space Station stands as one of the most remarkable examples of international cooperation in history. For more than 2 decades, space agencies from the United States, Russia, Europe, Japan, and Canada have worked side by side, overcoming political differences to maintain a shared presence in orbit. The ISS isn't just a scientific lab. It's a symbol of what humanity can achieve when nations unite toward a common goal. This collaboration has fostered trust, knowledge exchange, and peaceful partnerships in a realm often dominated by competition. However, as the station nears retirement, questions arise about the future of such cooperation. The ISS has set a high bar, but geopolitical shifts and emerging space powers mean that future projects will face new challenges. Still, the legacy of the ISS reminds us that space exploration can bridge divides and inspire global teamwork. Its retirement will mark the end of an era, but also the beginning of new international partnerships, as countries and private companies explore fresh ways to collaborate beyond Earth. The story of the ISS is a powerful reminder that space is not just about technology, it's about people coming together to push the boundaries of what's possible. What comes after the ISS? The end of the International Space Station doesn't mean the end of human presence in space, it's just the beginning of a bold new chapter. NASA and its partners are already setting their sights beyond low Earth orbit, with ambitious projects like the Lunar Gateway taking center stage. The Gateway will be a small, crew-tended space station orbiting the Moon, serving as a staging point for astronauts preparing for lunar landings and eventually missions to Mars. Unlike the ISS, which circles Earth, the Gateway will enable longer-duration missions deeper into space, testing technologies and life support systems critical for exploration beyond our planet. Alongside this, other countries and private companies are developing their own space habitats, expanding humanity's reach and capabilities. These next-generation stations will be more specialized, supporting scientific research, resource utilization, and even commercial activities on the Moon and beyond. The transition from the ISS to these new platforms marks a shift from Earth-centric orbit to a more expansive, multi-destination presence in space. It's a thrilling evolution that promises to unlock new discoveries, inspire innovation, and pave the way for humans to become a truly interplanetary species. The end of the ISS is not a farewell, but a stepping stone toward humanity's future among the stars. Why the ISS still matters today. The International Space Station remains one of humanity's most extraordinary achievements, and its importance continues right up to its final days. Even as plans unfold for its retirement, the ISS still serves as a vital platform for scientific research, technology testing, and international collaboration. It's a unique environment where experiments in microgravity help us understand everything from disease mechanisms to new materials, with direct benefits for life on Earth. Beyond research, the ISS inspires millions worldwide, fueling curiosity and passion for space exploration. Its presence reminds us that space is within our reach, encouraging the next generation of scientists, engineers, and explorers. The station also acts as a critical training ground, preparing astronauts for the challenges of longer missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond. While its retirement marks the end of an era, the ISS's legacy will continue to influence space exploration for decades. It's a bridge between past achievements and future ambitions, proving that international teamwork and human ingenuity can overcome the toughest challenges. As we look ahead to new space stations and deeper missions, the ISS still matters, serving as a beacon of what we've accomplished and a foundation for what's yet to come. Its story is far from over, and its impact will resonate long after it leaves orbit. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the incredible story of the International Space Station. If you enjoyed diving into the past, present, and future of humanity's home in orbit, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss a Space Facts update. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and tell us what amazed you most or what space topics you want us to explore next. Until next time, keep looking up and stay curious. Humanity is on the brink of an extraordinary journey. Artemis II will be the first crewed mission to orbit the moon in over 50 years. Did you know the spacecraft will travel nearly 280,000 miles, venturing farther than any humans have gone since Apollo 17? This mission isn't just about distance, it's about reigniting our quest to explore and settle new worlds. Are you ready to discover what makes Artemis II a giant leap for mankind? What is Artemis II? Artemis II is set to be a groundbreaking mission that marks humanity's first crewed journey beyond low Earth orbit in over half a century. This mission is the second flight in NASA's ambitious Artemis program, designed to return astronauts to the moon and eventually pave the way for human exploration of Mars. Unlike its predecessor, Artemis I, which was an uncrewed test flight, Artemis II will carry a crew of astronauts aboard the Orion spacecraft as it orbits the moon. This is a critical step because it will test the spacecraft's life support systems, navigation, and communication capabilities with humans on board, ensuring everything works perfectly before attempting a lunar landing. The mission will last about 10 days, during which the crew will travel approximately 280,000 miles, circling the moon and then returning safely to Earth. Artemis II is not just about testing technology, it's a symbol of renewed human ambition in space exploration, reigniting the excitement of lunar discovery that began with the Apollo missions. This mission will demonstrate the ability to send astronauts farther than ever before, opening new frontiers for science and international cooperation. The success of Artemis II will lay the foundation for Artemis III, which aims to land astronauts on the moon's surface, including the first woman and the next man. In many ways, Artemis II is the bridge between dreams and reality, proving that the next giant leap for mankind is well within reach. This mission is more than just a test flight, it's a bold statement that the era of deep space exploration is back and it's here to stay. The crew and their roles. The astronauts chosen for Artemis II are not just explorers, they are pioneers ready to push the boundaries of human spaceflight. This diverse and highly skilled crew brings together experience, expertise, and a shared passion for discovery. Each astronaut has undergone rigorous training to prepare for the unique challenges of traveling beyond Earth's protective atmosphere and venturing into deep space. Their roles are carefully assigned to ensure every aspect of the mission runs smoothly, from piloting the Orion spacecraft to monitoring life support systems and conducting critical communications with mission control. What makes this crew especially exciting is the blend of veterans and newcomers, bringing fresh perspectives while relying on proven skills. Their teamwork and resilience will be tested as they orbit the moon, facing the isolation and risks that come with such a historic journey. Beyond their technical roles, these astronauts serve as ambassadors for humanity's future in space, inspiring millions back on Earth. Their mission isn't just about science and technology, it's about proving that humans can live and work safely in the harsh environment of space. By successfully completing Artemis II, they will demonstrate the readiness and courage needed to take the next giant leap, landing on the lunar surface. This crew's journey symbolizes hope, innovation, and the relentless human spirit that drives us to explore the unknown. They remind us that space exploration is a team effort, combining skill, bravery, and vision to open new frontiers for all of us. Space Launch System rocket. When it comes to launching Artemis II, the Space Launch System rocket is the true powerhouse behind this historic mission. This isn't just any rocket, it's the most powerful rocket NASA has ever built, designed specifically to carry astronauts and heavy payloads beyond Earth's orbit. Standing taller than the Statue of Liberty, the SLS packs an incredible amount of thrust, enough to propel the Orion spacecraft and its crew nearly 280,000 miles to the moon and back. What's fascinating is how this rocket combines cutting-edge technology with lessons learned from decades of space exploration. Its massive core stage, fueled by liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, works alongside solid rocket boosters that ignite with a thunderous roar, pushing the spacecraft at blistering speeds. The SLS's design also allows for flexibility, meaning it can be upgraded for future missions to Mars and beyond. But raw power isn't the only story here, precision is just as critical. Every launch sequence is meticulously planned to ensure the rocket's engines and boosters work in perfect harmony, delivering a smooth and safe ride for the crew. The SLS represents a leap forward in human spaceflight capability, making Artemis II possible and setting the stage for more ambitious journeys. Without this rocket, sending astronauts beyond low Earth orbit would remain a distant dream. So, as Artemis II prepares to launch, the SLS stands ready as the mighty vehicle that will carry humanity's hopes and dreams back to the moon. Orion spacecraft features. The Orion spacecraft is the heart of Artemis II, designed to keep astronauts safe and comfortable as they journey farther than humans have ever gone before. This spacecraft isn't just a capsule, it's a marvel of engineering packed with advanced life support systems, navigation tools, and safety features. Orion's sleek design includes a crew module where astronauts live and work, protected by a heat shield that will endure the intense heat of re-entry into Earth's atmosphere. Inside, the crew will have everything they need, from oxygen and temperature control to communication systems that keep them connected to mission control millions of miles away. One of the most impressive aspects of Orion is its ability to support deep space missions, with systems built to handle the challenges of radiation, microgravity, and the psychological effects of isolation. The spacecraft also features a service module, which provides propulsion, power, and thermal control, ensuring the crew can maneuver around the moon and return safely. Every detail of Orion has been tested rigorously, with Artemis II serving as the first real-world test with humans on board. This mission will prove that Orion can handle the demands of lunar orbit, paving the way for future missions to land astronauts on the moon and eventually Mars. Orion represents a leap forward in space travel technology, combining safety, reliability, and innovation to make deep space exploration possible. As Artemis II prepares for launch, Orion stands ready to carry humanity's explorers on a journey that could redefine our place in the cosmos. Mission objectives. Every mission needs clear goals, and Artemis II has some of the most important objectives in recent space history. The primary mission is to test the Orion spacecraft's systems with astronauts on board, ensuring that life support, navigation, and communication work flawlessly in the harsh environment of deep space. This means the crew will monitor how well the spacecraft supports human life far from Earth, testing everything from oxygen levels to temperature control. Another key goal is to validate the spacecraft's ability to perform complex maneuvers, such as entering and exiting lunar orbit, which is crucial for future missions that will actually land on the moon. Artemis II will also gather valuable data on radiation exposure and the effects of long-duration spaceflight on the human body, helping scientists prepare for even longer journeys to Mars. Beyond the technical tests, the mission aims to strengthen international partnerships and demonstrate that humans can safely live and work beyond low Earth orbit. These objectives aren't just boxes to check, they represent the foundation for a sustainable human presence in space. Success here will prove that NASA's plans for Artemis III and beyond are achievable, moving humanity closer to returning to the lunar surface and eventually exploring Mars. Artemis II is a critical proving ground where every system and procedure will be scrutinized to ensure the safety and success of future explorers. This mission is about more than just technology. It's about building confidence and experience, turning ambitious dreams into achievable realities. Trajectory and flight path. The path Artemis II will take on its journey around the moon is as fascinating as the mission itself. This carefully planned trajectory involves launching from Earth, traveling roughly 280,000 miles, and entering a lunar orbit that allows the crew to circle the moon multiple times. Unlike Apollo missions that landed on the lunar surface, Artemis II will stay in orbit, giving astronauts a close-up view of the moon's rugged terrain from a unique vantage point. The flight path is designed to test critical navigation and propulsion systems, including the spacecraft's ability to perform precise maneuvers to enter and exit lunar orbit safely. After completing several orbits, the crew will begin their return trip to Earth, where Orion's heat shield will protect them during the intense re-entry process. This trajectory is not just about getting there and back, it's about mastering the complexities of deep space travel. The mission will demonstrate how humans can operate spacecraft far from Earth's immediate reach, managing communication delays and relying on onboard systems for guidance. Each phase of the flight path is a rehearsal for future missions that will land astronauts on the moon and eventually send them to Mars. The precision required for this journey highlights the incredible coordination between astronauts, mission control, and cutting-edge technology. Artemis II's flight path is a testament to human ingenuity and determination, proving that we can navigate the vastness of space with confidence and skill. This mission will bring us one step closer to making lunar exploration routine and sustainable. Technological innovations. Artemis II isn't just about powerful rockets and advanced spacecraft. It's also a showcase for some of the most exciting new technologies that will shape the future of space exploration. One of the standout innovations is the spacecraft's enhanced life support system, which is designed to keep astronauts healthy and safe during longer missions far from Earth. This system carefully manages air quality, temperature, and waste, all while conserving precious resources. Another breakthrough is the advanced navigation and communication technology onboard Orion, allowing the crew to maintain contact with Earth, even with the vast distance and potential signal delays. Artemis II will also test new radiation shielding methods, which is, a crucial development because deep space exposes astronauts to far more radiation than low Earth orbit. These technologies aren't just incremental upgrades, they represent a leap forward in making long-duration human spaceflight sustainable. The mission will also trial updated software and autonomous systems that can assist astronauts by handling routine tasks or responding to emergencies, reducing the crew's workload and increasing safety. These innovations are essential stepping stones for future missions, especially those aiming for Mars, where astronauts will spend months in space. Artemis II serves as a proving ground, demonstrating that these cutting-edge technologies can operate reliably in the demanding environment of lunar orbit. Each successful test brings humanity closer to establishing a permanent presence beyond Earth, turning science fiction into reality. The technology behind Artemis II is a testament to human creativity and determination, really pushing the limits of what's possible in space travel. International collaboration. Artemis II is not just a NASA mission, it's a global effort that highlights the power of international collaboration in space exploration. Countries around the world are joining forces to make this mission a success, sharing technology, expertise, and resources. For example, the European Space Agency contributes the service module that powers and propels the Orion spacecraft, showcasing how teamwork across continents can achieve what no single nation could do alone. This partnership extends beyond hardware. It includes shared scientific goals, coordinated mission planning, and joint training exercises for astronauts. International cooperation also helps spread the cost and risks associated with deep space missions, making ambitious projects like Artemis II more feasible. This spirit of collaboration reflects a broader vision of space as a domain for peaceful exploration and discovery, where humanity works together to push boundaries. It also sets a precedent for future missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond, where multinational crews and shared infrastructures will be the norm. By involving partners worldwide, Artemis II strengthens diplomatic ties and fosters a sense of global unity through science and exploration. This mission proves that space is not just the final frontier for one country, but a shared journey for all of humanity. The success of Artemis II will inspire more international projects, paving the way for a new era of cooperative space exploration that benefits everyone on Earth. Challenges and risks. Every space mission carries risks, and Artemis II is no exception. Traveling beyond Earth's protective magnetic field exposes astronauts to hazards that require careful preparation and mitigation. One of the biggest challenges is radiation. Deep space is filled with cosmic rays and solar particles that can damage cells and increase cancer risk. NASA has developed advanced shielding and monitoring systems to protect the crew, but the threat remains a significant concern. Another risk comes from the isolation and psychological stress of being far from Earth, confined in a small spacecraft with limited communication delays. The astronauts undergo extensive training to build resilience and teamwork, ensuring they can handle emergencies calmly and effectively. Technical failures are also a possibility, from life support malfunctions to navigation errors, which is why Artemis II is designed with multiple redundancies and rigorous testing. The mission's success depends on the crew's ability to respond quickly and adapt to unexpected situations. NASA's engineers and medical teams work tirelessly behind the scenes to anticipate problems and develop contingency plans. These challenges highlight the bravery and skill of the Artemis II astronauts, who willingly face these dangers to push the boundaries of human exploration. Understanding and managing these risks is essential not only for Artemis II, but for all future deep space missions. Each successful step forward builds confidence and knowledge, making space travel safer and more reliable. Artemis II is a bold reminder that exploration requires courage, preparation, and a commitment to overcoming the unknown. Why Artemis II matters. Artemis II is more than just a mission. It's a bold statement about humanity's future in space. This journey around the moon represents a crucial stepping stone toward establishing a sustainable human presence beyond Earth. By successfully orbiting the moon with a crew on board, Artemis II will prove that long-duration space travel is achievable and safe, inspiring a new generation of explorers and scientists. The mission's success will reignite global excitement for lunar exploration, reminding us that space is not a distant dream but an accessible frontier. It will also accelerate technological advancements and international partnerships, laying the groundwork for Artemis III's historic lunar landing and future missions to Mars. Artemis II symbolizes resilience, innovation, and the unyielding human spirit to explore the unknown. It's a reminder that every great achievement starts with a single step, or in this case, a single orbit. As we watch this mission unfold, we are witnessing the dawn of a new era where the moon becomes a gateway to the stars. Artemis II invites all of us to look up, dream bigger, and believe that the next giant leap is just around the corner. This mission is not just about astronauts or rockets, it's about all of humanity reaching for the cosmos together. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey through Artemis II and the future of lunar exploration. If you enjoyed diving into these space facts, make sure to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update from Space Facts. Don't forget to subscribe and become part of our growing community of space enthusiasts. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and tell us what excites you most about Artemis II or the next giant leap in space exploration. Until next time, keep looking up. Bill Nye's latest findings from Voyager 1 reveal that interstellar space isn't the peaceful void we imagined. Instead, it's a raging storm of plasma waves and chaotic magnetic fields that could destroy any spacecraft venturing beyond our solar system. Did you know that right now, as you're reading this, humanity's most distant explorer is racing through the darkest corners of space at 38,000 miles per hour, discovering dangers that could end our dreams of interstellar travel forever? For 45 years, Voyager 1 has been our cosmic messenger, but its latest discovery has left even the science guy himself calling it terrifying. The Voyager 1 Mission Overview. Did you know that right now as you're watching this video, there's a 45-year-old piece of human technology hurtling through the darkest corners of space at 38,000 miles per hour? And it just discovered something that's making NASA scientists lose sleep at night? We're talking about Voyager 1, and this story is absolutely mind-blowing. Back in 1977, when disco was king and your parents were probably jamming to Saturday Night Fever, NASA launched what they thought would be a simple 5-year mission to snap some photos of Jupiter and Saturn. But here's where it gets crazy. This little spacecraft, built with technology that makes your calculator look like a supercomputer, decided it wasn't done exploring. 45 years later, it's still out there, still sending us data, and it's now humanity's most distant ambassador in space. We're talking about a machine that's traveled over 14 billion miles from Earth. That's so far that when it sends us a message, it takes over 22 hours just to reach us. Originally designed to study the outer planets and then quietly drift into space, Voyager 1 has become our eyes and ears in regions of the universe that no human technology has ever touched before. And what it's finding out there is changing everything we thought we knew about space itself. Journey beyond the solar system. What if I told you that humanity's greatest achievement isn't landing on the moon, but rather launching a tiny spacecraft that's been traveling for longer than most of us have been alive and just crossed into alien territory? This is where Voyager 1's story transforms from impressive to absolutely legendary. After completing its original mission to Jupiter and Saturn, most people expected this little explorer to just fade into the cosmic background. But Voyager 1 had other plans. For decades it kept pushing forward into the unknown, and then in 2012, something extraordinary happened. It became the first human-made object to punch through the heliopause, the invisible boundary where our sun's protective bubble ends and true interstellar space begins. Think about that for a moment. We literally have a piece of Earth technology swimming in the same cosmic ocean that separates us from other star systems. But here's what makes this even more incredible. Voyager 1 didn't just cross this boundary and stop sending data. Instead, it kept going deeper into this alien environment, continuously transmitting information about a realm that exists beyond everything we call home. Every single day it ventures further into space that no human eyes have ever seen, no human foot has ever touched, and no human mind has ever fully comprehended. It's like having a fearless explorer who never gets tired, never gives up, and never stops reporting back about the wonders and mysteries they encounter in the ultimate frontier. The terrifying discovery. When Bill Nye uses the word terrifying to describe a scientific discovery, you know we're not talking about your average space rocks and cosmic dust. We're talking about something that's keeping the world's smartest scientists awake at night. Here's where everything changes, and why this discovery is sending shockwaves through the scientific community. Voyager 1's recent transmissions have revealed that interstellar space isn't the quiet, empty void we've been imagining for decades. It's actually buzzing with activity that defies everything we thought we knew about the universe. The spacecraft has been detecting what researchers are calling anomalous signals and organized plasma wave patterns that seem to follow specific rules rather than random cosmic chaos. But here's the part that's making everyone nervous. These signals aren't just background noise from distant stars or galaxies. They're persistent, they're structured, and they appear to be responding to Voyager 1's presence in ways that suggest something is actively influencing the space around it. The data shows magnetic field fluctuations and energy signatures that don't match any known natural phenomena, creating patterns that seem almost intentional. When seasoned scientists who've spent their entire careers studying space start using words like unprecedented and unexplainable, you know we're dealing with something that could fundamentally change our understanding of reality itself. This isn't just a new discovery, it's a complete paradigm shift that's forcing us to question whether we've been completely wrong about what exists in the vast emptiness between stars. What the discovery means. You know that moment when you realize everything you learned in school about space might have been completely wrong? And suddenly the universe becomes a much scarier and more mysterious place than anyone ever told you? This is where things get absolutely mind-bending, and honestly, it's the kind of revelation that makes you question everything we thought we understood about reality. The data streaming back from Voyager 1 is painting a picture of interstellar space that's completely different from what every textbook, every documentary, and every scientific model has been telling us for generations. We're not just talking about finding some new particles or discovering a few unexpected magnetic fields. We're looking at evidence that suggests interstellar space is filled with organized structures, complex energy patterns, and activities that operate according to rules we don't even have names for yet. Bill Nye describes it like walking into what you thought was an empty warehouse, only to discover it's actually a bustling factory with machinery and processes you've never seen before. The implications are staggering because if our fundamental assumptions about the space between stars are wrong, then our understanding of how galaxies form, how matter behaves on cosmic scales, and even how the universe itself operates might need to be completely rewritten. Some scientists are whispering about the possibility that these patterns could indicate interactions with dark matter, unknown fundamental forces, or even more exotic phenomena that challenge the very foundations of physics. The terrifying aspect isn't just about encountering the unknown, it's about realizing that we've been living in a universe that's far more complex, active, and mysterious than we ever dared to comprehend. Scientific implications. What happens when a discovery is so groundbreaking that it doesn't just add a new chapter to science textbooks, it forces us to throw out the entire book and start writing from scratch? This is exactly what's happening right now in laboratories and universities around the world, and the ripple effects are absolutely staggering. Voyager 1's findings aren't just challenging a few theories here and there, they're demolishing the entire foundation of how we understand interstellar space and forcing scientists to rebuild their models from the ground up. For over half a century, we've been operating under the assumption that the space between stars was relatively uniform, predictable, and mostly empty. But these new discoveries are revealing a universe that's incredibly dynamic, structured, and filled with phenomena we don't even have proper names for yet. The scientific community is scrambling because this means everything from our understanding of galaxy formation to the behavior of matter and energy on cosmic scales might be fundamentally flawed. Some researchers are now suggesting that these patterns could indicate previously unknown interactions with dark matter, the existence of undiscovered fundamental forces, or even more exotic possibilities that push the boundaries of theoretical physics. The truly terrifying aspect for scientists isn't just encountering something unknown, it's the realization that our most sophisticated models and theories might have been built on incomplete or incorrect assumptions about the very fabric of space itself. This discovery is forcing an entire generation of physicists and astronomers to question everything they thought they knew about the universe. And that kind of paradigm shift only happens once or twice in a century. Voyager 1's instruments and data. Here's something that'll absolutely blow your mind. We're getting revolutionary discoveries about the universe from a spacecraft that's essentially running on the same technology your grandparents used to calculate their taxes in the 1970s. This is where the story becomes almost unbelievable, and it perfectly demonstrates why this discovery is so extraordinary. Voyager 1 is detecting these mind-bending phenomena using instruments that were designed when computers filled entire rooms and had less processing power than the cheapest smartphone you can buy today. We're talking about a plasma wave instrument that's been faithfully recording these mysterious signals for decades, a magnetometer that's picking up organized magnetic field patterns that shouldn't exist according to our theories, and a cosmic ray detector that's showing readings so unusual that scientists initially thought the equipment was malfunctioning. The fact that 1970s technology is capable of making discoveries that our most advanced theoretical models never predicted is like using a telegraph to accidentally intercept alien communications. It shouldn't be possible, yet here we are. What makes this even more remarkable is that these instruments are still functioning flawlessly after 45 years in the harshest environment imaginable, enduring cosmic radiation, extreme temperatures, and the complete isolation of deep space. The data they're transmitting is so precise and consistent that it's forcing scientists to accept that these anomalous readings aren't equipment failures or random glitches. They're genuine observations of phenomena that exist in interstellar space, detected by humanity's most resilient and determined explorer that refuses to give up on expanding our understanding of the universe. Challenges of deep space exploration. Right now, as you're watching this video, there's a team of NASA engineers performing what might be the most stressful job in human history, keeping a dying machine alive that's 14 billion miles away from the nearest repair shop. The logistics of what's happening with Voyager 1 are so mind-boggling that they sound like science fiction, but they're absolutely real and happening every single day. When NASA engineers want to send a simple command to this spacecraft, they have to wait over 22 hours just to find out if it worked. That's nearly 2 full days of nail-biting uncertainty for every single instruction they transmit. Meanwhile, Voyager 1 is slowly dying, losing about 4 watts of power every year as its nuclear power source gradually decays, forcing engineers to make impossible decisions about which systems to shut down to keep the most critical instruments running. The temperature out there is so cold that it would instantly freeze anything we know. The radiation levels would kill a human in seconds, and there's literally nothing around for billions of miles except the vast emptiness of interstellar space. Yet somehow, this incredible machine keeps functioning, keeps exploring, and keeps sending back data that's revolutionizing our understanding of the universe. The fact that we're getting these groundbreaking discoveries from equipment that's essentially held together by 45-year-old engineering and sheer determination is a testament to human ingenuity and the incredible resilience of this little explorer that refuses to give up on its mission to expand the boundaries of human knowledge. Bill Nye's perspective. When someone who's dedicated their entire life to making science accessible to millions of people suddenly starts using words like terrifying and paradigm shift, you know we're dealing with something that goes way beyond your typical scientific breakthrough. This is what makes Bill Nye's reaction to Voyager 1's discovery so compelling and, frankly, a little unsettling. This is a man who spent decades explaining complex scientific concepts with enthusiasm and optimism. Yet when he talks about these findings, there's a genuine sense of awe mixed with concern in his voice that's impossible to ignore. Nye emphasizes that this discovery represents the kind of terrifying that scientists actually love, the terror that comes from realizing how much we still don't know, and how our most fundamental assumptions about the universe might be completely wrong. He's calling this a genuine paradigm shift, comparing it to the moments in history when scientists realized the Earth wasn't the center of the universe, or when quantum mechanics shattered our understanding of reality at the smallest scales. What makes Nye's perspective so valuable is that he's witnessed countless scientific breakthroughs throughout his career, yet he's treating this Voyager 1 discovery as something truly special. A moment that could reshape not just astronomy and physics, but our entire philosophical understanding of our place in the cosmos. He points out that this is exactly how science is supposed to work. We build theories based on the best available evidence, then we test those theories in the real world, and sometimes we discover that reality is far stranger and more complex than we ever dared to imagine.
Future of Voyager 1 and space exploration.
What if I told you that a single discovery made by a dying spacecraft has just triggered the most ambitious space exploration plans in human history, with missions that could launch within the next decade? The clock is literally ticking for our brave little explorer, and every day that passes brings us closer to the inevitable moment when Voyager 1 will finally go silent forever. Scientists estimate we have maybe 5 to 10 years of power left before it becomes just another piece of metal drifting through the cosmic void. But here's the incredible part. This terrifying discovery has already sparked a revolution in space exploration planning that's moving at lightning speed through NASA, the European Space Agency, and space agencies around the world. Engineers are frantically working on concepts for next-generation interstellar probes that could reach these mysterious regions faster and with far more sophisticated instruments than anything we've ever built before. We're talking about missions that could launch within the next decade, equipped with advanced AI systems, quantum communication technology, and sensors specifically designed to investigate the phenomena that Voyager 1 has uncovered. The European Space Agency is developing breakthrough propulsion systems that could cut travel time to interstellar space from decades to just years, while private companies are investing billions in technologies that could help us better understand what's really happening in the space between stars. In essence, Voyager 1's final act isn't just about making one last discovery, it's about lighting the fuse for humanity's next great leap into the unknown, ensuring that when it finally falls silent, an entire fleet of advanced explorers will be ready to continue its incredible legacy of pushing the boundaries of human knowledge.
Why this discovery matters to us.
Every single day you wake up, brush your teeth, and go about your normal routine, you're completely unaware that 14 billion miles away, a tiny machine is discovering things that could completely change what it means to be human in this universe. You might be sitting there wondering why any of this should matter to your daily life. But here's the thing that'll absolutely blow your mind. Discoveries like this have a track record of completely revolutionizing human civilization in ways that nobody sees coming until they're already happening. When scientists first started studying electricity, nobody thought it would lead to smartphones, the internet, or the device you're using to watch this video right now. When Einstein developed his theories about space and time, nobody predicted GPS systems, satellite communication, or the technology that makes modern life possible. Voyager 1's terrifying discovery about the complex, active nature of interstellar space could be the key to unlocking technologies we can't even dream of yet. New forms of energy, revolutionary propulsion systems, or communication methods that could connect us with other civilizations across the galaxy. The patterns and phenomena it's detecting might reveal fundamental principles about how the universe operates that could lead to breakthroughs in computing, medicine, material science, or even our understanding of consciousness itself. This isn't just about satisfying scientific curiosity, it's about potentially discovering that we're part of something much bigger, more complex, and more interconnected than we ever imagined. And that realization could fundamentally change how we see ourselves, our planet, and our future as a species exploring the cosmos. So there you have it, Bill Nye's terrifying discovery that's shaking up the scientific world and making us question everything we thought we knew about space. Voyager 1, our little 45-year-old explorer, has stumbled upon something that could change our understanding of the universe forever. The fact that we're still learning, still discovering, still being surprised by what's out there, that's not terrifying, that's absolutely incredible. What do you think about this discovery? Does it excite you or worry you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because I read every single one and love hearing your perspectives. If this blew your mind, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest space discoveries. Until next time, keep looking up with Space Facts. What if the most mysterious object in our solar system just proved that we've been completely wrong about how the universe works? In 2017, astronomers discovered Oumuamua, an interstellar visitor that defied every law of physics we thought we understood. This wasn't just another space rock, it was accelerating without any visible means of propulsion, tumbling through our cosmic neighborhood like a cosmic messenger carrying secrets from distant stars. Here's the mind-blowing part, it might actually be trying to communicate with us. Did you know that Oumuamua is the first confirmed object from outside our solar system to visit Earth's neighborhood?
What is Oumuamua?
What if I told you that right now, hurtling through the darkness of space, there's an object that's completely rewriting everything we thought we knew about our universe? Oumuamua, which literally means scout in Hawaiian, is the first confirmed interstellar object to visit our solar system, and it's absolutely nothing like what we expected. This isn't your typical space rock floating around minding its own business. We're talking about a dark, reddish, cigar-shaped visitor that's about 400 meters long and tumbling through space at mind-bending speeds. When astronomers first spotted it in October 2017 using the Pan-STARRS telescope in Hawaii, they knew immediately this wasn't from around here. Its trajectory was completely wrong, its composition was bizarre, and everything about it screamed that it had traveled from another star system entirely. But here's what makes this discovery so incredible. Oumuamua represents our first direct encounter with material that originated beyond our solar system. For billions of years, our little corner of the galaxy has been isolated, and suddenly we have this mysterious visitor that's been traveling through the cosmic void for potentially millions of years before stumbling into our neighborhood. This isn't just some random asteroid or comet. This is tangible proof that there's a whole universe of objects out there, drifting between the stars, carrying secrets about distant worlds and alien solar systems we've never even dreamed of.
The mysterious return.
Scientists are freaking out because something that was supposed to be gone forever just showed up again, and it's behaving in ways that shouldn't be possible. Recent observations from multiple space agencies are revealing something absolutely mind-blowing about Oumuamua. It hasn't actually left our solar system like we all thought it would. Instead of following the predictable path of a typical interstellar visitor that swings by once and disappears into the cosmic void forever, this mysterious object appears to be following a much more complex trajectory that has astronomers scratching their heads and checking their calculations over and over again. We're detecting gravitational anomalies and unexpected trajectory changes that completely contradict what we'd expect from a simple chunk of rock flying through space on a one-way ticket out of here. It's almost like Oumuamua has its own secret agenda, and that agenda involves sticking around in our neighborhood to study us just as intensely as we're studying it. The orbital mechanics don't lie. Something is causing this object to deviate from its expected path in ways that suggest either our understanding of physics is incomplete, or we're dealing with something far more sophisticated than a random piece of interstellar debris. Space agencies worldwide are now scrambling to reposition their telescopes and tracking systems because if Oumuamua is truly circling back, we might be witnessing the most significant astronomical event in human history unfolding right before our eyes.
The acceleration mystery.
There's a cosmic mystery that's been keeping the world's brightest physicists awake at night, and it involves an object that's breaking the fundamental laws of how things move in space. Oumuamua was doing something that should have been impossible. It was accelerating as it moved away from the sun, but not in any way that made sense according to our understanding of physics. When comets speed up, it's because frozen materials on their surface turn into gas and create a natural rocket effect, pushing them forward like a jet engine. But here's the problem. Oumuamua showed absolutely no signs of this outgassing process. No tail, no visible gas emissions, no ice sublimation, nothing that would explain why it was gaining speed. Yet somehow, some mysterious force was pushing this interstellar visitor faster and faster as it traveled through our solar system. This non-gravitational acceleration was so unusual and unexpected that it completely shattered every computer model scientists had developed for predicting how objects behave in space. It was like watching a car suddenly speed up on a highway without an engine, without fuel, and without any visible means of propulsion. The acceleration was subtle, but measurable, and it followed a pattern that didn't match anything we'd ever observed from natural space objects. This single anomaly has sparked heated debates in the scientific community because it suggests either our fundamental understanding of physics is incomplete, or we're dealing with something that operates according to principles we haven't discovered yet.
Potential communication signals.
What if an alien civilization has been trying to phone home, and we've only just started picking up the call? Radio telescopes positioned around the globe have been detecting something absolutely extraordinary. Unusual electromagnetic signatures that seem to correlate directly with Oumuamua's current position in space. These aren't the random bursts of cosmic static that we're used to filtering out from deep space observations. Instead, we're looking at structured patterns, organized sequences of signals that exhibit characteristics unlike anything we've ever recorded from natural astronomical objects. The signals are faint, requiring our most sensitive equipment to detect, but they're undeniably there, and they're following patterns that suggest intentional transmission rather than random cosmic noise. Some researchers are now suggesting these electromagnetic anomalies could represent genuine attempts at communication. Perhaps Oumuamua is functioning as some kind of interstellar beacon or probe designed to gather information about our solar system and relay it back to its point of origin. The timing is too precise to be coincidental. These signals intensify when Oumuamua reaches certain positions relative to Earth and our Sun, almost as if the object is strategically choosing optimal moments for transmission. What makes this discovery even more compelling is that the signal patterns don't match any known natural phenomena. They're too organized, too deliberate, and too synchronized with Oumuamua's movements to be explained by conventional astrophysics. We might be witnessing humanity's first genuine attempt at interstellar communication, and we're only just beginning to understand how to decode what this mysterious visitor is trying to tell us.
The shape that defies physics.
What are the odds that nature would accidentally create the perfect interstellar spacecraft design? The shape of Oumuamua is so bizarre that it's forcing scientists to question everything they thought they knew about how objects form in space. This thing is at least 10 times longer than it is wide, essentially a cosmic cigar or needle slicing through the universe with surgical precision. Most asteroids and comets that we've studied are roughly spherical or at least chunky and irregular, shaped by billions of years of collisions and gravitational forces. But Oumuamua, it's so incredibly elongated that when researchers ran the mathematical calculations, they discovered the odds of such a shape forming naturally through typical cosmic processes are astronomically low. We're talking about probabilities so small they're essentially impossible. The object's extreme length-to-width ratio suggests it was somehow designed to be aerodynamically efficient, which is absolutely mind-boggling because there's no air resistance in the vacuum of space. Yet this shape would be perfect for traveling efficiently between star systems, minimizing gravitational interference and maximizing stability during long-duration interstellar journeys. It's almost as if someone or something engineered this object specifically for the purpose of traversing the vast distances between stars. The more scientists study its dimensions and proportions, the more they're forced to confront an uncomfortable possibility that we might be looking at our first example of technology created by a non-human intelligence, designed with a level of sophistication that challenges our understanding of what's possible in the universe.
Scientific theories versus alien hypotheses.
The scientific world is having its biggest argument in decades, and it's all because of one mysterious object that refuses to play by the rules. The global scientific community has essentially split into two warring camps over what Oumuamua actually represents, and the debate is getting more heated by the day. On one side, you have the mainstream establishment pushing the theory that this interstellar visitor is simply a fragment of a planet from another star system, possibly composed of solid hydrogen that's sublimating in ways we don't fully understand yet. They're working overtime to find natural explanations for every anomaly, suggesting that exotic materials or unknown physical processes could account for its bizarre behavior. But then there's the other camp, led by respected Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb and a growing number of researchers who aren't afraid to ask the uncomfortable questions. They're arguing that Oumuamua exhibits characteristics that are far more consistent with artificial technology than with any natural space object we've ever encountered. They're not claiming it's a flying saucer filled with little green aliens, but they are saying it behaves exactly like something that might be artificially constructed. The acceleration without visible propulsion, the impossibly elongated shape, the structured electromagnetic signals. When you add it all up, it points towards something that was deliberately engineered rather than randomly formed. This isn't just academic speculation anymore. It's a fundamental disagreement about how we interpret evidence, and what we're willing to consider possible in a universe that's already proven to be far stranger than we ever imagined.
What the data actually shows.
The numbers don't lie. And what they're telling us about Oumuamua is absolutely terrifying scientists around the world. When researchers aimed their most sophisticated instruments at this mysterious visitor, the data they collected completely defied every expectation they had about interstellar objects. Spectroscopic analysis revealed that Oumuamua reflects light in patterns that strongly suggest a metallic or highly processed surface, not the rough, rocky texture you'd expect from a natural asteroid that's been tumbling through space for millions of years. Its rotation is chaotic and unpredictable, spinning end over end every 7.3 hours in a pattern that's consistent with an object that's been battered by the harsh conditions of interstellar travel, yet somehow maintained its structural integrity across unimaginable distances. But here's where the data gets really disturbing. Oumuamua's density appears to be significantly lower than typical asteroids, almost as if it's hollow inside or contains some kind of complex internal structure that we can't detect from the outside. Natural space rocks are solid, dense chunks of material formed by gravitational compression over billions of years. They don't have empty spaces or sophisticated internal architectures, yet every measurement we take suggests that Oumuamua is fundamentally different from anything we've encountered in our own solar system. The reflectivity, the density, the structural properties, they all point towards something that was either formed under completely alien conditions or potentially manufactured using processes and materials that don't exist naturally in our understanding of cosmic evolution.
The implications for humanity.
You know, we might actually be living through the most significant moment in human history, and most people have no idea it's happening. The implications of what Oumuamua represents are so staggering that, honestly, they're forcing us to completely reconsider humanity's place in the cosmic order. If this mysterious visitor turns out to be a natural object, we're looking at our first direct sample of material that originated from another star system, and that's absolutely revolutionary for understanding how planets, asteroids, and entire solar systems form across the galaxy. We'd be holding tangible proof that the building blocks of worlds exist everywhere in the universe, carrying with them the chemical signatures and evolutionary history of alien suns that burned billions of years ago. But if Oumuamua is artificial, if it's some kind of technology created by a non-human intelligence, then we're staring at the first confirmed evidence that we're not alone in the universe. We're talking about a discovery that would instantly obsolete every philosophical, religious, and scientific framework we've used to understand our existence. Either scenario represents a paradigm shift so massive that it would rewrite textbooks, reshape entire fields of study, and fundamentally alter how we see ourselves as a species. This isn't just about finding a weird rock in space. This is about discovering whether intelligence and technology exist beyond Earth, whether other civilizations have mastered interstellar travel, and whether we're part of a much larger cosmic community that we're only now beginning to glimpse. The next few years of research could literally divide human history into before and after Oumuamua.
Current research and missions.
Right now, as you're listening to this, the most powerful telescopes and space agencies on Earth are racing against time to solve a mystery that could change everything we know about the universe. Space agencies worldwide are scrambling to gather every possible piece of data about Oumuamua before it potentially disappears into the depths of interstellar space forever. The European Space Agency is seriously considering launching a rapid response mission to intercept this mysterious object if it continues following its unusual trajectory, which would represent one of the most ambitious and time-sensitive space missions ever attempted. NASA's Deep Space Network, the most sophisticated tracking system humanity has ever built, is dedicating massive amounts of resources and telescope time to monitoring Oumuamua's exact position and scanning for any additional electromagnetic signals that might reveal its true nature. Private organizations like Breakthrough Listen, funded by tech billionaires who totally understand the magnitude of this discovery, are focusing their most sensitive radio equipment on this single target, hoping to detect patterns or communications that government agencies might miss. The urgency is absolutely palpable in the scientific community because everyone realizes we're working with a rapidly closing window of opportunity. Every day that passes, Oumuamua moves further away from our detection capabilities, and if we don't gather conclusive evidence soon, this mystery might remain unsolved for decades or even centuries. the collaboration between international space agencies, private research organizations, and academic institutions has reached unprecedented levels because everyone understands that we might be witnessing the most important discovery in human history, and we can't afford to let it slip away into the cosmic darkness.
What happens next?
Scientists around the world are preparing for multiple scenarios as they continue monitoring Oumuamua's unprecedented behavior, and each possibility could fundamentally reshape our understanding of reality itself. If this mysterious visitor continues exhibiting non-gravitational acceleration, or if those structured electromagnetic signals become stronger and more clearly defined, we might be looking at the most significant discovery in human history, confirmation that we're not alone in the universe. Research teams are already developing detailed protocols for how to respond if clear evidence of artificial origin is confirmed, including international frameworks for sharing information and coordinating responses to potential communication attempts. Meanwhile, space agencies are rapidly advancing their detection systems to spot similar objects much earlier in their approach, giving us precious additional time to study them before they disappear back into the cosmic void. The lessons learned from Oumuamua are driving the development of new technologies specifically designed to intercept and analyze interstellar visitors, including high-speed probe missions that could launch within days of detection. But perhaps most importantly, astronomers are expanding their search parameters to look for objects that behave like Oumuamua rather than traditional asteroids or comets, recognizing that we might have been missing similar visitors for decades simply because we weren't looking for the right signatures. The scientific community is holding its collective breath because the data we collect over the next several months won't just solve one mystery. It could open the door to an entirely new understanding of what's possible in our universe. So there you have it. Oumuamua continues to challenge everything we thought we knew about our universe, and honestly, we're just scratching the surface of this cosmic mystery. Whether it's natural or something far more extraordinary, one thing's certain: the universe just got a whole lot more interesting. What do you think? Are we witnessing our first contact with alien technology, or is this just nature being more creative than we ever imagined? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one and love hearing your theories. If this blew your mind like it did mine, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you never miss when we uncover the next mind-bending space discovery. Until next time, keep looking up. Space Facts out.